Hey guys, it's Mike, and this is a little talk on progress in RuneScape. A lot of people complain that, like, for example, 60 attack just takes like forever, or 43 prayer takes too long, or like for me, like 66 magic took like 2-3 days, of playing like a couple hours a day, and like old school RuneScape things seem to be like so much faster. And RuneScape 3, I guess, is like really fast. I don't know, like, you could like AFK everything on old school. If you have money for a bond on old school, like, $10 or whatever. I think a bond on old school is like $8, you could like pretty much like get 70 base stats and like all the gear that you could ever ask for on the game, like max melee and like really good gear, on old school is like $8 for like 15 million gold. Then people say like, oh, I'll never spend real money on bonds. It's like, bro, well, I want to talk about this too. It's not necessary to spend real money on bonds. And by the way, cash stack is at 2.6 mil. I just sold 2,000 more essence. When this cash stack hits 20 mil, that's how I will know that I've mined 100,000 essence. I'm not going to keep too much closer of a track on it than that. It's like 20 mil cash stack is like, I've already mined like 20,000 essence. So that's a little update on that. The road to 100,000 essence, or perhaps I might make it the road to 1,000,000 essence. It's pretty much like the road to 1,000,000 essence. Yeah, and by the way, I do not recommend starting smoking cigarettes. It's a really bad addiction. Not just a habit, but an addiction that it grabs hold of basically your fucking balls. Your fucking huevos, and yeah, I don't recommend smoking cigarettes. But anyways, progress on RuneScape. Yeah, like you can get 40 base stats. Takes like a week, probably takes like a week, every day, if you play like 4 or 5 hours a day, maybe it takes like 2 weeks. If you play like 10 hours a day, 40 base stats would take probably like, maybe like 2 weeks if you play 5 hours a day, and then obviously just double it if you play 10 hours a day. 2004scape is really difficult, takes a long time. Not difficult, but takes a long time, and it's difficult because the make X option is not out yet. Yeah, alright, so, it happens eventually, guys. That's what no one seems to understand. Is the progress happens very slow, but it happens surely and eventually, and that's all I really have to say. Is the progress happens slowly but surely.